Jackie, right now, there's not a better song that could have popped on the PA system behind me here as everybody's warming up. It's Bruno Mars saying, "Showtime, we're back again." And I think Alan Benavides, the general manager, feeling the same way.
Not all superheroes wear capes, kids. That's what you learned tonight.
I guess so. Moral of the story.
I feel like I'm supposed to be in Caddyshack right now. I have the golf club up in the sky. I'm playing my best round ever, except you can only hope that Oregon State's going to play its best baseball game.
So you want to get the chainsaws sold at Research Stadium.
Yes.
She said that during the soundbite. She was like, "Why are they selling these?" No, Jody, they're not selling chainsaws. That might be a safety issue.
Maybe.
But I like your enthusiasm.
Yes, Guy, this is the only way I could get into a professional dugout, so I figured I'd take advantage of it.
Jody, that's exactly right. Now, Danielle Bixby is really the fighter of all fighters. She's never one to get down despite a rigorous journey that most adults would never want to face. But to use the words of her mother, Danielle is a warrior. And now her courage is paid off in more ways than one. You would never know upon meeting Danielle Bixby
You make a heart and then take the top of it and make it O.
that she's battling a rare form of cancer known as Langerhans cell histiocytosis.
It's in her pituitary gland, her skin, and she had the beginning of bone in her jaw and her arm. Everybody creates those cells. They're part of your white blood cells. And instead of fighting off the bad things in your body, Danielle's have gone rogue, basically, and they get together and wreak havoc.
The University of Oregon volleyball team learned of Danielle's fight through an organization called Team Impact, a foundation geared toward making the dreams of children with severe illness a reality. And now Danielle's dream of being a Duck not only became real, it became official.
Today we get to announce that Danielle Bixby has decided to sign her national letter of intent with and join the University of Oregon volleyball team.
And Danielle, fully aware of the situation,
If anybody wants to cry, go ahead. Mom cries a lot.
and not afraid of the limelight.
Any questions from anybody?
Her favorite part, she didn't even blink. She got her own locker with the team. However, these days, Danielle is celebrating more than being added to the Ducks roster. Danielle has undergone 10 rounds of chemotherapy. She has another round of chemo planned near the end of September, but that visit will hopefully be her last.
I don't have to do it anymore, and then my cancer will be gone.
Then, she can go back to doing what she does best, singing along to Disney movies, while challenging some of her new best friends to the occasional dance-off with the same positive, brave attitude she's used throughout her entire journey.
It's battle on, woman. Battle on.
Now, it's something, though, that he did here last year that stands out. It was just moments after he shut down LSU. Oregon State was 2-0 here in Omaha, but he did something after the game that left a lasting impact. He didn't have time to take a breath. Bryce Femmel had just shut out the LSU Tigers. It was only moments after the game concluded. Bryce and his dad, Don, changed the life of Brian Gardner, an unsuspecting fan.
We were having an ice cream, and he saw our Beaver gear on, and he goes, "Oh, did you see that guy pitch last night?" Meaning last year. And he said, "Oh, yeah, Bryce, that guy pitched great." I said, "You want to meet him?" And he goes, "Sure."
Gardner not only met the star of the game, he uses a prosthetic leg. He laid it in front of Bryce, and the rest is history.
I asked Bryce if he'd sign it. He signed it. We exchanged phone numbers. I talked with him during the wintertime. I became friends with about 8 or 9 more of the Beavers.
See you later.
And probably this week I've had about 12 Beaver fans sign my prosthetic leg.
Now Gardner and the Femmel family have been reunited in Omaha, although this year, Gardner has a new jersey on his back.
And because of Bryce, I am a huge Beaver baseball fan.
So add one more to Beaver Nation. Now Gardner says he's actually such a big fan now, he's actually making the trip to Corvallis next season to see Bryce and the Beavers pitch. Reporting from Omaha, I'm Travis Teich. Let's go back to you. With the sun out today, I saw hundreds of Arkansas fans walking around the ballpark having a good time this afternoon. So then the question came to me, what do Arkansas fans know about the home state of their College World Series Finals opponent? So I put them to the test with a little help of a fellow Oregonian. What is the state animal of Oregon? Is it A, beaver, B, duck, or C, platypus?
I'm going to go with beaver.
Is that because Benny's behind you?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's right, so it worked out. Which sportswear company was founded in the state of Oregon? Is it A, Adidas, B, Reebok, or C, Nike?
Nike.
You're not going to flinch on that one. The Oregon state capital. Is it A, Portland, B, Corvallis, or C, Salem?
Salem.
Final answer.
No? What is it?
Corvallis.
Salem. Yeah. Listen to her. She knows what's going on. What is the distance between Corvallis, Oregon, and Fayetteville, Arkansas? Is it A, about 1,500 miles, B, about 2,000 miles, or C, about 3,000 miles?
2,000? I'll go with 2,000. 2,000? All right, well, let's go with 2,000.
You guys were worried. You've nailed your 3 for 3. It's not that bad. In what year did Lewis and Clark blaze the Oregon Trail and reach the Pacific Ocean? Is it A, 1776, B, 1805, or C, 1835?
None. None of the above.
It is one of the above. It's B, 1805, but I like your style. That's gutsy. Thanks for the time. I have to admit, you guys, I was very impressed because the only things I know about Arkansas is that mascots, the Razorbacks, and that our own colleague Hayden Herrera is from there. Other than that, I got nothing.
Travis Teich in the middle of the celebration brings us the raw emotion from Omaha.
Kevin Abel trying to finish it here. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Fastball taken. Strike 3 call. And for the third time in the modern era, it is my joy and honor to say the Beavers are the national champions.
It's time to party like it's 2006. Oregon State, despite the odds, finding a way to win its 3rd national championship in program history and doing it in the same fashion it won its first 12 years ago. Now, the moment for most, of course, was surreal.
You can't even put words to it. It's so special. You know, I love these guys. We're brothers. We're brothers, and to do this with your brothers is just absolutely amazing.
It's everything I could have dreamed of, man. When I came to Oregon State, I wanted to win a national championship. That's why I wanted to be a part of it. And to be here right now, I don't really have words for it, dude. It's pretty special.
I dropped to my knees, man. Just that pure emotion. Looked over to Nick, and I saw him running over towards me, and I knew that was going to be one of the best hugs of my life. And I wish I could live it over 100 times, but that one's going to do.
Just so happy. I don't think I've ever felt, that much joy in my life. I was glad I got to celebrate it with these guys.
I feel like I'm still blacked out. This is all just crazy, Running onto the field, dogpile with my boys, just getting them big old hugs. It's something I'll never forget.
As for the famous championship dogpile.
Once I was running out there, I was one of the first out, so I was like, it might hurt, but it's worth it.
There's only one dogpile a year, and we saved it for Omaha. And I know Mitch Canham said that in 06 or 07, but you know what, man? We lived by those words, and we did it.
The Oregon State Beavers, once again, national champions. And sometimes a story just lines up so perfectly, you have to ask yourself, was this a script that was written in Hollywood? But it's not. It's even better. It's written in Omaha. Reporting with the Beavers, I'm Travis Teich. Let's go back to you.
Before we let you go, we want to ask you about the heat over there in Oklahoma City, because we know you said you were going to bring some sunscreen, but we dug up the dirt and we found this tweet from earlier today. That moment you realize you forgot to buy sunscreen when it's expected to reach 100 degrees in OKC. Our own Hayden Herrera even warned you about this. So how is the weather treating you, not only the heat, but the humidity out there?
The thing is, it's been overall okay. I'm surprised my skin isn't the same color as my shirt right now, but that's because I've been inside in the press box all day. I've stayed in the shade. I've stayed under cover. But right now, over the course of the next hour and a half, we're doing these reports from outside the stadium. We'll be up in sports and on NBC 16 at 6:30. This is when the sun is going to get me. And, I think I'm going to remember by tomorrow morning to go get that sunscreen. At least SPF 50, because this is not going to be good, guys.